since Chris Tyson from Mrbeast crew came out as trans, saying he's doing hormone replacement therapy by getting estrogens. Many people been thinking what other people from the crew and Jimmy himself think about no Chris Tyson look.
How are you guys? We're great.
We're great.
Hanging
We're fantastic.
out.
So in this video, I'ma show you everything Jimmy, Carl, Chandler, and Nolan said about Chris Tyson coming out. Let's start with Carl. A lot of people been saying how Carl changed Chris and literally made him a transgender. Like even Chris and Mrbeast themselves have talked about Carl effect. So after Chris came out, Carl tweeted this: "Fuck the goofy motherfuckers, keep running your own stuff." Chris replied to this tweet saying, "Carl, thanks for being an inspiration to me to be happy and comfortable being yourself." Also, Carl harshly replied to one of the Chris Tyson haters, so keep watching. Moving on to Nolan. This dude tweets so rare that he has only one tweet in 2023, but he wasn't silent when Chris came out and he said, "Holy smokes, I'm so proud of you." Chris replied to this with a pretty weird tweet saying, "Nolan, please never change." And if anybody knows what Chris meant by that, let me know in the comments because I have no idea. And we're moving to Chandler. He's the only person who hasn't said a single word to Chris after he came out on Twitter, and his last tweet was even in March. Although many people think Chandler is the only one who did not support Chris, he actually did, and let me tell you how. A month before Chris came out as trans, he actually tweeted about a comment saying we must protect Jake, Nolan, Jimmy, and Chandler. Chris replied to this saying that Chandler was actually the first person he has talked to and literally the first super supportive friend in his life. So it's funny that it was actually more Chandler than Carl. Moving to the Mrbeast himself, and there are a lot of messages saying how Mrbeast got to faces that he supports Chris just because he is scared to get cancelled, but it's not really like that. If you have seen a screenshots with Mrbeast Instagram direct messages where he said that he had to support Chris otherwise he was gonna get cancelled, but Mrbeast related guy said that this conversation was absolutely faked. After one hater of Chris said that he will have no friends in a couple of years and everyone from the Mrbeast crew is just a yes man cowards, Jimmy replied with tweets saying opinion irrelevant ratio. Then this guy said, "I'll still rest easy knowing I'm not a coward who idly stand by watching a friend ruin his own life." And then Carl Jacobs has joined the drama. Carl said, "I'm watching the whole friend group living happy lives, being them to the truest extent and counting up their money. But keep battling on Twitter. Let me know if you agree with Carl or not." That was all I could find.
See ya.